A bit of a chill in the air, and temps supposed to drop about 10 more degrees, but otherwise a great night for football here in Uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Mariota on first down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his
calendar on my desk.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc. That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs, really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable.
To the air again, Mariota. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Mariota taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Walker. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field.
Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And Walker now to throw on first down.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end.
Looking to throw again on second down. Walker, there again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Now the rookie 5th-round pick. This is Tyler Algier.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down.
The Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. 30th, certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022.
From the 35 on second down, Mariota. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now Walker. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Walker now.
And Thomas has it.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guess
to pick up the first. Walker able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
A first down throw for Walker.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. pressure the quarterback, and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Another try after the first down sack. Walker. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw is Walker. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time,
it's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
To throw Mariota. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Walker, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop. Finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
On second down, Walker again.
Forced out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
To throw is Walker.
That escapes the sack.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, still some inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Walker. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
From the shotgun, it's Walker. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Walker. And he will slide down with a good gain. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 1st and 10, Walker. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Walker looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mariota.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Walker looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Working out of the gun here, Walker. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Algier will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Mariota. Kadarius Hodge has it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw.
Walker, complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
First down, Walker.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's
on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Walker over the middle, open is Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Walker.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
P.J. Walker
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
And here now come the Falcons. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender,
I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On second, here's Algier, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Algier with another carry. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Algier. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.